love you. I love you. I love you.
This was chilling. In Curry Barker's new horror film, Obsession, there are plenty of great performances to go around. Inde Navarrette, in particular, stole every scene she was in. She gave a performance that is instantly a horror classic, and throughout my viewing of the film, I found myself constantly in awe while she was on screen. How did she do it? How did Inde Navarrette create one of the most engaging and frightening characters in horror? In this video, I'm going to break down some of the techniques she used to deliver this performance, and give you some tips that can help you the next time you approach a role, so that you can give a scary good performance. The first thing we can take away from this performance is to prep like a scholar. Curry Barker watched horror movies with his lead actress so they could build the character from the ground up with references they both understand. One of the films Inde studied was another horror classic, Hereditary. She also took major inspiration from Mia Goth in Pearl.
Before we even started filming, we watched Hereditary. And then specifically for Nikki, Pearl was one that we watched. I love Mia Goth. The way that she portrays her characters, you go, I understand you.
What did I do wrong?
That's what I wanted people's response to Nikki to be.
Why are you leaving me? What did you say? Why did you change? I love you!
Aisling McMenemy from Dread Central said, "What makes the performance so effective is that she never lets Nikki become a caricature of a possessed girl, even as the film spirals further and further into nightmare territory. She manages to maintain a sense of humanity, clinging to fragments of her former self and pleading for mercy as Bear's wish hollows her out from the inside." So our first lesson here is to build a watch list. Don't just watch your genre, watch the performances within your genre. Ask yourself, how did they earn that moment? Inde didn't copy Colette or Goth. She let their fearlessness give her permission to go further. That's the power of preparation. Sam Esmail, creator of Mr. Robot, once talked about his writing process for the show. It has elements of The Matrix, Fight Club, and other stories while completely being its own thing. He says that as an artist, you take all of these sources and put it into the blender that is you to create something wholly your own. Tip number 2 is to go for the 10. There is a reason everyone leaves Obsession talking about Inde's physicality, the way she contorts her face, the way her body moves in those unnerving reversed motion shots. That is a performer who is fully committed to the extreme. And here's the secret. She told Sean magazine, "I played Nikki like there was no possession, just someone who had big emotions." The 10 doesn't come from pretending to be a demon. It comes from dialing human emotions up to 11. Love becomes obsession. Annoyance becomes rage. Excitement becomes mania. Inde also admitted that she slept with all the lights on while filming because the character scared her so much. She says, "I remember my electric bill was $350 because I slept with all the lights on," she told Vulture. If the performer is terrified of the character they're playing, the audience will be too. The thing is, sometimes actors play it safe. We've all heard that less is more, and so we want to be subtle and nuanced, but we have to be willing to risk. Don't be afraid to look ugly. Don't be afraid to go too far. That can always be dialed back in the edit or pulled down during the taping. But you can't manufacture intensity if you never let yourself go there in the moment. As Curry Barker said, she didn't show us how far she could go until we were on set. Save the 10 for the camera. So go for the 10. Fully commit to the character and the circumstances that you're in.
I read the script solely from the movie's perspective, and then I throw that away, and then I only see the movie from my character's perspective moving forward. And that was phenomenal with Nikki because it really allowed me to stay inside of her brain.
And finally, tip 3, don't play the archetype. Play the human being underneath. Horror is full of possessed girls and crazed exes, but what makes Inde's performance awards-worthy is the tragedy. As Variety noted, very quickly it's clear that Nikki's monstrous impulses are beyond her control, as the real Nikki lives buried just below the surface. Barker talked about the character, saying, "We were very specific. I didn't ever want her to play possessed."
We never wanted to break the sound barrier of making people go, that's too much. I always wanted the audience as well as him to go, I understand why she's doing that, and if I was in her position, I would do the same thing. Or maybe I felt like I have wanted to do that. Like, we really wanted to create a humane and grounded sense to her.
In her interview with Shown magazine, Inde said explicitly, "It was extremely important to me that Nikki seemed natural and grounded. I never wanted audiences to forget the person underneath." Now, the trap that young actors fall into is playing the archetype. They play the crazy girlfriend or the villain as if those are identities. But Inde plays Nikki as a woman who is grieving her future, grieving her autonomy. That's why we feel sorry for her, even when she's holding a knife. So lesson 3 is to find the pain, find the logic. Even if the script says Nikki goes crazy, you as the actor need to know why the crazy feels justified to her. The audience will forgive almost anything if they believe the character believes it. Inde Navarrette in Obsession is proof that horror acting is acting. It requires preparation, physical fearlessness, and deep, deep empathy. It used to be that horror acting received less praise than more dramatic acting, but it will be interesting to see if Inde gets any appreciation at the Oscars for her performance here. To recap, do your homework, watch the greats, and steal their courage. Go to 10. Don't be afraid of big, ugly, or extreme choices. And finally, protect the humanity. Find the person inside the monster. Obsession is in theaters now, at least as I'm recording this. Go watch it. Study her face. Study her movements. Study how she embodies this character. And let me know in the comments, what's your favorite horror performance of the last 10 years? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the craft. I'm Justin Powell. This has been the Acting Notes. Have a great day. Peace.
Why does it matter? I thought we were having a nice
We are.
day.